Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a full face of nothing new because I really just don't have many products to talk about, nothing new here. A lot of these products you've already seen on my channel, but I will be doing a haul sooner or later with new products that I just purchased. Don't mind my hair, it's just like I just worked out, so it's just like super disgusting. Didn't feel like doing it, but oh well. So if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see my videos every single week. And without further ado, let's get started on this full face of nothing new. Just rolling up the sleeves real quick. So I'm just gonna go into my primer. I'm gonna do my face first since I'm not probably doing a full eye look. So let's just do the face first. I'm gonna just start with the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Perfecting Primer. I love this. You guys have seen this on my channel. I did pick this up at Walmart just a few weeks ago, and I've been using it every single time I've been wearing makeup. It's just very good. All my makeup really grips to this, so I'm just gonna put this all over my face where I do have a lot of pores. But let me tell you, like, this is just a great primer. It's super affordable, and it's unique because it does feel very sheer to the face. My skin feels super smooth following using this primer. And I find, like I said before, I find that my makeup really looks great on top of this and it lasts all day. Like I wore this last weekend and I wore my foundation for maybe over 8 hours and it still looked flawless when I got home to take it off. So I highly recommend getting this or trying it. Hard Candy does have a lot of great different primers, but this is by far my favorite. So I feel like my eyes look super tired today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury like eye perfector. I'm not really sure what the name of this is called, but it looks like this. It's so tiny and so cute. I'm in the shade 2 medium. I'm just gonna put this on my lower lid just to kind of hover over the blueness that are under my eyes that I'm having because I have not been sleeping well lately. So this will really help in that sense. For foundation today, I'm gonna be using the NARS foundation. This is in VALLAURIS Medium 1.5. This is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I showed this in my favorites video. I love this. It really does cover up everything, and I just really highly recommend it if you're looking for that full coverage look. Applying it all to the face, like so. And then I'm just gonna blot it in with my e.l.f. sponge right here, like this. And this is just great if you do want to cover up a lot. Today, I'm just looking really tired and I feel like my skin looks super dull today. So that's why I wanted to make sure I do have this full coverage look. And this foundation really is so wearable. At first, I was a little intimidated by it because I'm not really into a full coverage foundation. I'm really into the medium to light foundations. But I found that this really wasn't as intimidating when I got it because it just made your skin look flawless, beautiful, matte finish, and everything that I really wanted in a foundation. And this was just perfect. I usually do like a glowy look, but you know, some days I don't want to look so glowy because a lot of my skin products make me sometimes just look a little too glowy. But this is just a really perfect foundation for days where you're just not feeling the glow, if you know what I mean. So now that the foundation is all done, blended out, I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer just to brighten up the look a little bit. And you guys know this is a holy grail of mine. I will always, always love this concealer. It is just that good. So I'm just using my mirror right here. And this foundation is just amazing because it's so creamy. And for me, I do get a brighter shade just so I can kind of brighten up the under eyes more. So I'm just gonna take the same sponge and just blend it out like so. And I like to do it up to give myself a little bit of a lift in my eye. And I put it around the eyelid as kind of like a primer. I never really use eyeshadow primer just because I feel like my concealer does a good enough job to kind of stick to the eyeshadow products that I use. So I just go like that. And around the eye. And it's just super easy. And sometimes when I have the extra product on my sponge, I usually just blot it around my nose just to get a little bit more coverage around there and kind of make it more of like a contoured shape. I find that helps a lot. So I'm just gonna contour my face just a little bit. I'm just gonna be using the Fenty cream bronzer in the shade 03 Macchiato. I do love this product. I really haven't been using it so much because I just sometimes find that powders are just easier, especially if I'm in like some sort of rush. But this is what it looks like in the inside. I clearly do love this product, but just it's been a while. So I just am using my Fenty 125 brush and just tapping it in on the high points of my face like so. And it just does a very subtle job, but all the difference. So I'll just do it on the other side. And I love this because I just feel like it gives me that natural bronzy look from within. Again, I am in a different location, but we're making it work with no mirror. You always have to try and make things work. So that's what we're doing here. So do you see what I mean? It just gives me that nice bronzy look that's like just not like too like wow in your face. Because sometimes I find when I wear certain bronzers, I'm just going over it on each side again before I contour my nose. But sometimes I find with certain bronzers, it makes me look almost too bronze that I don't look like myself. So I'm just finishing up on this side. Perfect, and now I'm just gonna contour my nose. So sometimes what I do is I make the brush more like a dent, so I squeeze it together to really get that nice shape on my nose. And I'll just bring it down, pat more in. And then I usually just bring it like across my nose and right underneath. That's what I'll do. So right here, to just kind of, to give me that more of like a short nose. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes you just want to hide the things that you're a little bit insecure about. So with my nose, I'm just gonna go like this. And now it just has a little bit more of a contoured shape to it, if you know what I mean. So this certain cream bronzer is great because it just does wonders for your skin. And it's really not that pigmented, I find. So it just really gives you that nice shape to your face. So before I powder my face, I'm just gonna finish with my cream blush. I'm gonna be using the Patrick Ta cream blush in the shade She's That Girl. So I love this. It's very versatile because it has 2-in-1. It has a powder. I can't even open it. It has a powder and the cream with it. Okay, here we go, finally. And it has like this little flat that goes with it, so it's really easy and it keeps both products like pretty clean, which is nice. So we'll just tap this in like so. I'm going to actually use the product from my finger and just tap it in across my face. Sometimes I find that your fingers are sometimes even better than the sponge. So what I sometimes do is I just rub my finger in it like so and tap it in all the way up and then just blend it with my beauty blender. And do you see that little pink of color? I love that. So this is just really easy and very blendable, which is great. A lot of the cream blushes lately have been phenomenal, even from the drugstore or high end. I just feel like they're making it so easy to just put even on top of powders, which usually that's not the case. But like a lot of the powder, the cream products that I've been wearing, I sometimes touch up on top of my powder and it's been totally fine. So don't be afraid to try it out. So I just go like this and then I put a little bit like above my nose right here to kind of just give me that nice sunburn look without the sunburn, of course. So I'm just blending it the rest in like so. And sometimes I even like to put this on the top of my eyelids just to give it some color because I know right now it looks really scary, but just trust the process until it's all done. So sometimes I just like to blend it on the top of my eyelid just to give me some color back. And there you go. So that is the Patrick Ta cream blush, but we will be going back to the powder in just a bit. So I'm just gonna powder my face now that a lot of my cream products are on. I'm just gonna be using the Haley's Beauty powder. I love this stuff. I'm just gonna bake it under my eyes like that. And now this looks just so scary. And then I'm just gonna bring it down like that. I'm probably gonna be using a fluffier brush to set the rest of my face, but this sponge is just great to just make everything kind of blend in seamlessly together. and making sure that everything is set and nice. Let's even do it over the eyes sometimes, just to also just set the eyes before I use the powder. Before I use eyeshadow, my bad. And yeah, so this gave myself a little bit of a brighter under eye look, but again, still looking scary, but we gotta trust the process. So I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush and just blend it in all across my face. I tapped it in, so let's go ahead and just set the rest of the face with this powder. So it's just like very easy steps that I'm doing. Like this is just nothing crazy. I'm not doing like a full glam look. I'm just doing and showing you guys the products that I just am reaching for a lot lately. And again, nothing new here. So you guys are very familiar with these products. I talk about them all the time. So let's go ahead and get into the bronzer. So right here, which has been my handy dandy mirror, I'm just gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. It is the Airbrush bronzer in 2 medium. So again, this pan is enormous. It is so big, I will probably never hit pan on this. I'd be very shocked if I did, but I'm just gonna be using my e.l.f. brush and just kind of emphasizing my cheekbones a little bit and making sure that's all nice and blended in. My jawline, bringing it around. And then I also like to blend it in with the neck so everything looks like one color. To me, I hate seeing when I'm not blended in and when other people aren't blended in. Just a pet peeve of mine, I guess. So I'm just making sure everything looks nice and even, my nose, and then of course the forehead you wanna do. And this is just the perfect color bronzer. I know it is very, very pricey, but it just works so well. And it just gives my complexion just the exact type of bronze look that I'm going for. So now for blush, I'm just gonna be using the Patrick Ta again, the powder side right here. And just kind of blending it all in and making everything all set and nice and pretty. I don't know why, but this brush is wet. Let me go switch it up really quick. So since I'm away from my usual setup, I don't have another blush brush, but I'm just gonna be using the bronzer one that I just been using, so that's fine. So just making sure everything looks nice, bringing it up all the way to my temples, just so my face looks very lifted. So bring it across here. And that's looking really good. My complexion looks great. I am so obsessed with this NARS foundation and the Hard Candy Primer. I just think the two duo was just unreal and just makes the rest of your face look so beautiful. If you guys have been watching, you know this palette. I think I showed it maybe once or twice on my channel, but the Too Faced Kitty Likes to Scratch palette, it's just great for traveling. It's super tiny, it's cute. It has a mirror right here, and it just has very great shades just to work with. It has some shimmers, mattes, a color, some browns, and a black, which is great. So I'm just doing like a very subtle look today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go into this brown right here. This is in the shade, let me just figure this out. I believe this is in Hairband right here. This is in Hairband. I'm just gonna run this across the crease with my e.l.f. brush. So just bringing this in, just giving life to my eyes, just because they're so scary looking right now since I have my whole complexion already done. So just bringing this in to the crease. This one is super pigmented, so that's always fun. Just bring that across the crease here. I'm blending it back in like windshield wiper motions. Now I'm just gonna take this shade right here in Rock of Ages, like so, and just put it across my actual eyelid, just to blend everything together and kind of just look like one. I love the tones in here because they really could go for spring, fall, summer, any type of season. These are just really great. And I just thought that this specific palette would be great for traveling. Even though I'm not really traveling so much, I'm just moving around places like by car. And this is just great just to throw in my makeup bag because it's just so small. It's so much better than carrying like a million different eye palettes. And this is just great because there's a bunch of colors. It has a mirror and it's just really easy to travel with. So for the lower lid, I think I'm going to go a little darker and do this shade right here in Backstage Pass. It does have a little shimmer, so let's see how this actually looks. I'm just switching up my brushes again. I'm going to really pack this into the lower lid. Okay, there's not too much of a sheen with that, so it's definitely good to use for my lower lid. That looks good. So yeah, again with this palette, I really do like the colors are easy. And you could do super, super easy look or glam it up because that black will just like make your look to a new level. So that's why I love this palette. It's very easy. And yeah, so I think I'm done with the actual eyeshadow look. So let's move on to the rest of the eyes. So I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of top eyeliner using my Stila two-sided liquid eyeliner. So I'm just gonna be using the very, very small fine side and just kind of bringing this in across and not even going through the full eyelid. So I'm just bringing it like this. Okay, so just like that, I did like a little bit of a wing and I literally went in a quarter of my eyelid just so I could keep it a very more natural, subtle look. So I'm just gonna do the same thing here. Okay, so I made this one a little thicker so it's more even with that one. So now they're looking a little bit more even and a little bit better, but let's just go ahead and finish before I continue to touch them and just make it worse. So I've been loving the ColourPop liquid eyeliners. I just love it. This is in brown. I love using brown as the waterline color because I have brown eyes to begin with. So it kind of just makes my eyes just look a little bit more awake. I do love my black eyeliners, like the Urban Decay one, but you know, I kind of want to stay away from that. I am so kind of like done with the dark eye look that I used to always do. And this is just really pretty. Do you see how just like nice and subtle that is? You would never really know it was brown. I know a lot of people don't love a brown eye. The ColourPop one is like super creamy and it lasts for such a long time. Like my eyes just look really good right now and I'm just loving this look. So again, brown is just very easy. It's versatile. You could use it for any type of look you're going for. And sometimes when I do have a wing eyeliner, brown just kind of saves the day because it doesn't make your eyes look so harsh and so dark. So I'm just going to be using my ILIA mascara right here. I love this because it has like two sides to it. So it has like more of like a smaller side that has more bristles. And then the longer side kind of makes your eyelashes extend and separate. So let's just put this on. This is probably my favorite high-end mascara. I really haven't tried many other ones, but I do love my Essence one that is from the drugstore. But this really does separate and lengthen my lashes, which I love. So for highlight today, I'm gonna be using the Natasha Denona I Need a Glow. This is what it looks like on my finger. I like have mixed reviews on this. Like some days I love it, because it just sometimes just gives you that natural subtle glow, but some people find this to be blinding and I just don't see it as much as other people do. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I'm not really sure. But sometimes I find that when I put a highlighter on my finger, it just gives that more of an effect. So that's what I've just been doing. So I just like to pat this down my nose. Especially since we have that matte foundation, I find that sometimes giving yourself like a little bit of a highlight makes your face bring back that natural looking glow within. So put a little bit on my Cupid's bow and then the tip of the nose. And yeah, I mean, this definitely does have a nice glow. To me, it's not my favorite highlighter. I have tons of highlighters that I love so much more. But again, this was just kind of easy to bring on my trip. And it's like putting it on the temples and moving it up to give that little 3 shape right here. So now you can see it kind of looks like a 3. But I do like this one. I did want to try it again, but like it is super expensive. So I will show you guys other options for highlights that you could use. I do like this one. I would give it maybe like a 6.5 out of 10. Now for the lips to finish the look, this is no surprise. This is my favorite duo. It is the Hot Gossip Lip Cheat by Charlotte Tilbury and the Bare Minerals lipstick in the shade Grace. These two together are like my favorite things ever. I love the way it makes my lips look. So let's just line the lips real quick and then throw on that lipstick. So I always overline my under lip area just because I feel like it'll give my lips a better, like kind of finished look. Like that. And my lips are like super chapped right now. I'm not sure why. Usually in the spring is when my lips stop getting chapped. And I just love the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheek. Like, all their lip liners are amazing. This isn't hot gossip, but I love the Pillow Talk one. I love the Pink Venus color. All of them are just beautiful. So now let's go ahead and put my lipstick on. Let me just swatch it for you real quick so you could kind of see. This is what it looks like. Yep, this is in the shade Grace. Just wanted to make that clear. Love this color. It's beautiful, and together this combo is just like chef's kiss. So let's put this on my lips. And I just like to pat it in, especially when I do have dry lips. I find that it doesn't kind of show my dryness. Like, just gives your lips a nice, like, just shape and everything. I love that lip liner. I just feel like you could really glide, and it's so creamy. It looks beautiful. And I just love the dark lip liner against the lipstick. Just think that looks so pretty. So I kind of wanted a little bit of a gloss. I'm just going to be using the Pillow Talk gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. Again, I love this stuff. Looks so good. Patting it against the lips, like so. Let me just check my handy dandy mirror right here. Looking great. I love this. And you know, sometimes you just need that little bit of a gloss. I'm not leaving my house. I'm wearing this the rest of the day. So I probably won't reapply any of my lip gloss. But you know, for the video's sake, I had to throw on a little gloss. But this is great. They come in multiple colors. Again, a little bit pricey. You can find a lot of great lip glosses for an affordable price. But you know, I really do happen to love this. It's very nourishing to the lips. I like the Bare Minerals one. But this just gives yourself a little bit of shimmer and just like a nice finishing touch. So now, before you leave the house or whatever you do, or you're wearing a mask, you always need a setting spray. So my AIRBRUSH Flawless Setting Spray is just amazing from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just gonna shake it up. This is just great. It gives your face that nice, beautiful finishing touch, and your makeup lasts all day. So just love this stuff. The smell of it's amazing. You just wanna let it dry out a little bit. Got all over the camera, but you know, that's okay. And yeah, so do you see like that nice little touch of glow? Love that. It's beautiful. And I'm telling you, this will just make your makeup last on your face and not even rub onto your mask. So you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the full face of Nothing New. I'm sorry like I couldn't bring anything new to the table, but we will be doing a huge haul coming soon. And I'm really excited for that. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see my videos every single week. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, please and thank you. So I will see you guys here next time. And until then,